This is day three of the potently summer AI and learning experience. I am Tip Hamza, and today we are going to look at how you can turn your messy notes into structure searchable flashcards or notes. And we've already talked about why learning is difficult for many people. You learn something today, and after a couple of days, you've forgotten it. And we've mentioned about the recall techniques. And yesterday, we talked about some AI notes like the Anki, Gemini, NotebookLM, Notion, what have you. So today is going to be a demo of all of those tools. So I'll just close this. So the first thing you just have to do is open your browser and then search for AnkiDex. So you have to be careful because there's a couple of Anki. So there's the AnkiNet and all of that. So but we are more concerned about the AnkiDex AI, right? It's a very powerful AI tool. And once you click on this, I'll drop the link also in the comments or in your LMS. So for the AnkiDex here, this is what it looks like. You can already just without signing up, just upload your messy notes, whether it's PDF, audio. In fact, you could just pick a YouTube. Maybe you saw a video on YouTube and you like it, explaining something that you have difficulties with. Just press the link here and you can generate flashcards straight away. But we're concerned about a messy note. Imagine you've already taken a note in your class, and then that note, you just need to snap that note, save it as a PDF or as an image. And once you do that, you upload it. Let's see how this works. So I'll just for me now, because I don't have any, I'll just make note sample. I'll just come over to image. I'll just look for one here. So this one here is on freezing point. So I'll just save this one right here. So I've saved this one here. So I'll come over here and click on down upload, and I'll just select the messy note, and it's uploaded. The next thing for me to do is just to click on generate flashcard, and it's next, it asks me, how do I want it? Do I want it in form of a question answer? Do I want the close? Do I want to be multiple choice? You can hover on this question mark and it tells you what each one does. But just for the sake of this purpose, we're going to just select the three of this, and then we're going to click on generate flashcards. And just take a couple of seconds while this is uh it takes 10 to 60 seconds, right? So I'll just open the next tool we're going to practice in. Okay, I think we're ready. Yeah. So no thanks, I'm not ready for that. So you can see this is the flashcard already created for you. It tells you based on that note, this is just some of the question. What's the relationship between the freezing point of a solution and the pure solvent? So before clicking to reveal the answer, you have already read this, right? You've attended the lecture. So what you to practice the recall system, you try to answer this question based on what you've learned. And once you've answered it, you click on review, and then it gives you the answer. The freezing point of a solution is lower than that of the pure solvent. So if you've already said that answer or you've written your answer, then you compare it with this answer. So it's a very good way for you to learn because you're seeing this, you are acting it, you are reflecting it. It makes learning easier and faster for you. And once you're done with this, you could just, this is for the Q&A style, right? So you can just come over here next. This is also Q&A style. Let's see the other style. This is the close style, more like a fill in the blank. It's a the freezing point depression, blah, 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 is equal to the product of dash of the solution and the dash. So you try to fill in the gaps, you write it down. And once you've done that, you click on review and you see the answer. And all of this is based on your notes. Now there's a lot more you could do with Anki. Once you just click on sign up for free, for instance, now it tells you for free, and look at the kind of things you can learn with Anki. So you can create 4 decks generation per month. So which is probably enough for you every month, right? You can create 10 pages per document. You can create 5 AI images. You could do a lot of things. So let me just try and sign up. Let's just try to click on this, make flashcards for free, just to sign up here. And once it signs you up, I haven't signed up before, so I'll just use TipToptify, right? TipToptify@gmail.com. And password, just put in your password and you click on sign up. Okay, let's see. All right. It has to be 8 characters. So we're signing up. So now I've signed up, right? So I don't need to save this. So you can see now it tells you even if you have a daily goal, you have a streak, like it makes a lot of sense. So in this case, we're not going to upload. Let's just say you want to learn by a topic. You can copy a text and paste it. You can copy a YouTube. Let's say we just want to learn immunoblotting, right? So which is biology or microbiology or biochemistry, right? So immunoglobulin, right? So we'll just click on create flashcard. So in this case, we just want it to just, let's just say everything. Okay, just I'll click generate flashcard, and it instantly generates flashcards for you based on immunoblotting, which is simple Western blotting, right? So it tells you what is the primary purpose of Western blotting. So let's assume you just want to talk about it. Oh, Western blotting probably is used to stain and then to identify whatever, say whatever you want to do, or you write it, then you click on review and you see the answer. Is it the same thing? So if you want to study more, you could click on this. And the most interesting thing about this is that you have all of this here for you in the form of answers, but it's best you just go with this. And next is for you that you can even export this. See, you can export to PDF, and once you export it to PDF, then that's perfect. So that's Anki for you, right? And you have your dashboard, you can share with your colleagues so that they can learn. So the next thing we want to look is just see how we can use Gemini AI. So we can use Gemini to do all of this. We come over to, sorry, not AI, but just come over here. So you come to Google search, you search for Gemini, and it takes you to Gemini, right? So I remember we have some prompts already in the slide from that. We've given you some simple prompts, right? So let's say you just click on this here and you click on upload file. If you haven't done this before, so you click on messy notes and you just click on this. And once it's attached, once you can see the note is really messy actually. Let me try and open it for you so that you can see. You can see this is it's a really messy notes, right? So I just wanted to see that, and I'll go back. So now you can just tell it to the first prompt we talked about was summarize these notes into 5 key points with one line explanation. And then you click search. And you can see it's just summarize it, freezing point, depression concept, adding a solution, blah, 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 whatever it is. And then we could just use another one, tell it to turn these notes into a set of Q and A flashcards question. And then we click this. And it could take a couple of time depending on the length of or how bulky your note is, right? So, but basically that's I just decided to use a one-page note. So even if you have a bulky note, you could do all of that. You can see this is amazing. So it's already created this, right? It tells the definition of a freezing point. You try to define freezing point even before and this is done. And once you define it, you click on this and it shows the answer, right? And you click on next, define this, you click on the answer. So this is you practicing a recall technique, but using what? AI. This is very useful. And if you wanted to just quiz you, you could ask different questions, right? Even question that we don't have already in our slides. So let's try to ask another question like you could just ask it to, let me look for something else. Let's see. Okay, you could ask it to okay, let's say um maybe you want to fill in the blanks form of quiz, and then you click this. And the beauty of this is you could track your learning, and you can also use this for you could use ChatGPT, Claude, any of this AI tool to do this. Use any of those tools to do this. You can see now, this is what we have here. The phenomenon where adding a solution dash the freezing point of a pure solvent is known as freezing point depression. So you just click on the answer. So whatever this is, you just click on this and tells you, oh, that's correct. If it's wrong, it's going to tell you it's wrong. Let's try next now and let me just click one that is wrong. Oh, this is right as well. Okay, Click on this, and then this is 0, and then it tells you it's wrong, and it tells you the right answer. So this is how you can practice active recall technique using AI. Okay, and you can also practice it without AI. You've already read it. Just try to close your note and try to write it down. And after you've written it down in a blank sheet, then go back to your note and compare what you've written. But here we are trying to use AI. Okay, this is a very useful technique for you. Feel free to explore Gemini. There are many prompts. I'm going to give you a list of about 100 prompts before the end of this week that you can use to learn. And I'm going to provide you in this in your LMS or in the comment section on YouTube. So you'll be able to access all of these prompts to help you learn. And so now the next one, which is probably my favorite, and which is going to be your favorite as well, especially if you have many sources or plenty notes, which is called the Gemini. Okay, so it's usually Google Notebook LM, but now it's now Gemini Notebook, right? So just click on this here, try, and then it brings you to creating your book. Okay, you click on OK. I haven't used it before with this account. I use my other email addresses to do that, but this account I don't actually look for an email to use our email for learning purpose. You can see here what you just need to do is just drop your file the same way like the AnkiDex. So we're going to drop the messy notes. And once we click on this, remember we've already explained what this thing does, what Notebook LM does theoretically. Now I just wanted to see it in action. But I will expect you to be able to explore this beyond this demo, and we'll also have practical session already. So you can see by merely uploading the notes, it's already summarized it for us here. It's already done the summary kind of that. But you can also ask further questions, and it gives you suggestion of questions that you can ask. Explain the formulas for freezing note for freezing points, and you have opportunity to save this as a note. So you can save it, and here you can also add a note. So once you click on this add note or save it to note, all what you're clicking on save to note is being saved as a note. And once it's saved as a note, you can go back and read them up later. So let me click on this save a note. It's already generated notes. You can see it's already generated it. I click on this. This is exactly what it's here. So let's say I wanted to just explain what this is to me. It already explained it, right? So let's you can see I want to add this to note now. Click on save to note, and it saved it to note as well. So, but the most interesting thing about Notebook LM is that you can create an audio from this, right? You can create a video, you can create a slide. So let's create a slide. Once you click on slide deck, it's automatically start generating slide decks for you. And you could create a mind map, which is really, really interesting. You can see this is a mind map or just generated. It asks you things it tries to do. You know what a mind map is, right? So you click on generate mind map, and then it's already generating. Another thing you could do is that you can also create a quiz. You can see it's already generating quizzes for you. So I'm just clicking on all of those things for you. And you can create a flashcards based on the same source, right? So you click on flashcard and it tells you the level of difficulties. So even if you have, imagine you have 50 notes, you've uploaded 50 notes. Here is just showing us just the one we've uploaded. So that's called sources. So if you have 50 notes, you can upload 50 notes. If even from the YouTube channel, whatever it is, so you can just use it to just create flashcards as well. So let's see the first one, which one has already completed. Okay. This is our node. It's still generating, but sometimes it may take a couple of minutes to do. So this is our node. I'll just leave this to while this. Okay, we have our mind map. Okay, so the mind map, it's ready. You can see here this mind map here. It tells you caustic colligative properties, freezing and boiling point, and it differentiates it into freezing point and depression and boiling point. Right, so you click on this, it further differentiates it based on what you have on the node, solution VP and all of that. And you can click on this one, it keeps spreading it, just more like breaking down the concept for you so that you know the key things to learn from that. Okay, so and if you want to download it, click on this download and then you download. We'll come back to studio. Let's see what else do we have. So we have the quiz, right? Chemistry quiz. You click on the quiz and you can see the quiz is already popping up here. It creates 10 quiz for you and it gives you hints. You can see, according to the note, how does the freezing point of a solution compare to that of its pure solvent? And it tells you consider the term dispersion using the title of whatever it is. Give you hint for you to really understand this. So these are ways you could practice active recall. Okay, these are ways you could practice active recall, and you can click on next, and You can answer this and tells you right or wrong. This is the right answer. So this is similar to what you've already done with Gemini or Anki, but this is more sophisticated. So you could do almost everything with Notebook LM. To me, I use Notebook LM more than any other AI tool, right? In terms of creating flashcards or understanding anything. And you can also create a video explainer. So I would like you to try this video explainer. So, right, so you can, if we can click on this and it's going to try to explain everything in your notes for you visually. And you can use this to create a podcast. So you can see generate an AI podcast based on your sources. So once you click on this, I want you to try this. Just click on this yourself. And once you click on this audio, it's going to create an audio from your notes, and that audio you can download it so you can listen to it while you are playing with your friends or you're riding on your bicycle, so you are still learning what you've studied. So by practicing this technique and using these tools, you will definitely have good grades, right? And that's why we are trying to build a more robust system called the very top, which encompasses everything that Notebook LM could do for you, just um, to help you learn better. And we also even have it with timelines and all of that. So it's still in production. We're currently testing it in-house. When it's ready, we're going to make it available to our members for free. And this is just another reason why you should join Potently today. So the last one I'm going to show you is just Notebook, right? Notebook, which is the Notion. So Notion is just to help you organize your thoughts, right? You might probably not need this because with the Notebook LM and also maybe your Google Docs or with your Google Docs or Microsoft, you could just already use Notebook. You could probably don't need Notion. So let me just try to see something about Notion here, just to show you briefly what Notion does. I'll just log in. Okay, I'll just continue to Spotify and so Notion just help you to organize your thoughts, right? Organize your notes. You can see it tells you what you want to use it for. Do you want to use it for work? I'll just do all of this. I'll just say for school, right? So you click on for school and you click continue. And I can just skip all of this. It has an app. Just skip all of this. I just want to show you quickly what how Notion works, right? So what Notion does, you can see here, you can have your library here. You can click on add new. And once you click on add new, it tells you what you want to add. You want to add an empty page, or you want to, and it also gives you more like kind of templates. Is it a task tracker project? Do you want a document up? Do you want a meeting notes? And it has a lot of templates. That's the beauty of it. Do you want a brainstorm session? You click on brainstorm session, for instance, and you can see you could, it's just more organized, just for you to organize your sources and organize other things. What I would do for you is that I will send you a guide on Notion, just not to make this lengthy or make a separate video on Notion because Notion is a whole lot. Okay. And that's it today, and see you in the next lesson.